So, today we're going to talk about hypertension. Modern medicine it is called hypertension. In our normal words, we can say high blood pressure. Actually, some people say that it's a silent killer. That's right. I mean, sometimes we don't notice that our pressure is like way too high, and it's said that it's actually a silent killer. Let's know why is that. So basically, high blood pressure means we all are confused like what kind of number makes it a high blood pressure. So starting from 140, 90 or 150, 100 like that, from that we can understand that this is definitely high blood pressure. Now, what are these numbers? Okay, so 140, 90 for example. So the 140 is the systolic blood pressure and the 90 part is the diastolic blood pressure. So both of this basically indicates in a simple way that when our heart contracts or when it is like blood is coming so quickly, that is when it is systolic blood pressure. I've posted a picture here. You can notice that. Diastolic blood pressure is the below ones, the 90 part. It's when our heart relaxes. That is why it is always a slow number. Sometimes when our palpitations like it increases, we have to be really careful. This actually, high BP is not a disease, it's actually a symptom. Symptoms are what? They are like a window showing us that, hey, be careful, you're going through a problem, right? So blood pressure is like a window towards our cardiovascular health, our heart. So we have to be really careful. So basically, what are the symptoms which we can realize that, hey, he or she is having a high BP? First one, anger. That's right. Everybody knows that anger is definitely an indication. From anger, we can definitely get a high blood pressure. Second, we may have a headache, like a headache, not a normal one, but a headache which we kind of have a heaviness, and we can have a nausea, vomiting tendency. I'm just saying this is one of the symptom. Okay, now we can have a nose bleeding, not like bleeding in like a flow, but a small little bit drops of nose bleeding. We can also feel what? Blurred vision, and maybe a kind of buzzing in the ears, like only we can feel that. Maybe the person sitting opposite might not know this. Another one is feeling like dizziness or drowsiness. This could happen. Also, our heart beatings will be like so much, like tuk, 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 should be like that. So what are the reasons which could cause high BP? Obviously, I'm just posting it here. Everybody knows weight could be a problem. Okay, and hormonal changes could be a problem. Our medications could be a problem, and diabetes, cholesterol, all these causes are like everybody knows it very well. So I'm not going to explain that and waste our time here. Okay, so basically, I'm going to name some Ayurvedic medications which would definitely help you to reduce your high blood pressure. Okay, first one is Sarpagandha. As you can see in the picture here, Sarpagandha is so beautiful. You can see that. Wow, it's really great. But in English, it is called snake root. Well, I'll tell you later. You can just go to the description and see why it is called the snake root. Okay. Now, Sarpagandha is actually the powder of that plant is really helpful to reduce our blood pressure. You can just mix it with honey and you can have it after food. So it's like a tranquilizer effect. It gives like a sedation. It calms our mind. The second one is Gokshura. Gokshura is a plant which is really famous in our Ayurvedic like science because it helps with the helps in our kidney to function it properly. It also helps in the urination. So basically all the waste has gone, so it helps in the circulation of the blood. Another one is Punarnama. Punarnama is basically helps in it's like an anti-inflammatory kind of a plant which helps with the inflammation. So if you have a high BP, if you're having this plant, it helps with the functioning of the liver, which indicates that it could have a good circulation because here the arteries are the main problem. It's like you switch on your motor and when you don't have any water, so the motor is switched on and water like gushes into the tank, right? It happens every day on our daily basis. So basically when the water is gone, the arteries or the tubes which is gone, if they have any kind of obstacle or if they have any kind of some kind like waste would be there. So if you want to remove it, I think it would be better if you just clean it. So same thing here through the medicines, we are cleaning our arteries. So the arteries are cleaned, definitely our blood will be flowing and everything. And obviously we have to calm down. Like our mind plays a really important role in high blood pressure. Believe me. So the next medicine is Jadamamsi. Jadamamsi, you can see here in the picture that it's kind of like really pretty and really cute. So Jadamamsi also helps to loosen the blood vessels, helps in the flow. Last but not the least, the next medicine, it's like Guduchi. Guduchi also plays a really important role. And oh, I forgot. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is another medicine which everybody is so they know the medicine is like gives us like a horsepower, right? Physical and mental fitness. So this medicine helps with that. Next one, I'm going to say about some of the lifestyle which we have to definitely do that. The first one is exercise. Exercise really helps with controlling your blood pressure. Next one is having a controlled diet, having a good healthy diet. So we have to have a diet which includes potassium and sodium diet. So I have posted the picture here. You can just take a look. All these things are necessary for our potassium, sodium, which is really plays a huge role in high blood pressure. Okay. Now next one is salt. Salt also plays the first and main important thing. Everybody says that you have to reduce your salt intake, because the more salt you take, the more your blood pressure is going to increase. So make sure of that. So the last one is stress. Yeah, well, I've done some videos about that, so you can just check it out. Just calm down, relax, because life is like an ocean. A lot of things you can find out, a lot of surprises, a lot of unexpected stuff. Who knows? So you can just check out what all the things I've mentioned here. And if anybody has any high blood pressure, just make sure that you treat it from the beginning, because later on it could be like uncontrollable, but in the beginning you can definitely control it. So let me know what you think.